So why don't you join me and I'll walk you around the neighborhood and show you exactly what you're missing. Let me get my hat, and this is my little traveling hat that I've had. Let me tell you real quick about this traveling hat because this is kind of interesting. This hat I bought in, I think, about 2007. And I bought it brand new from Backwoods. I paid a lot of money for it too, because it's one of those hats that early on was designed so that it kept bugs away. I never really believed the gimmick, but I bought it anyway because I thought it looked cool. And so I had it. It was brand new, and my son was Alexander was going off to Boy Scout camp. And so my wife noticed that he didn't have a hat, and he was going to get sunburned. So, hold on, I gotta let this truck pass. I don't need the added sound. So there you can see the river right here behind me. This is the Red River, which is what the town is named for that we're staying in, or near. And it's really nice setting. It's very picturesque. The weather's great. It's about 70 degrees right now. I'd say the only negative thing I can say is there's occasionally some flies. That's about it. So if that's all you can gripe about, or that's all I have to gripe about, then there's not a whole lot to gripe about. It has been chilly at night, I'll give it that. And we got a little bit of an overcast now, but earlier in the week it's been pretty sunny. It's been blue skies pretty much the entire week. Now here you see the big slice of heaven. I think heaven, yeah, there's a sign right there. See, that sign says heaven. Let's see if I can zero in on that. There we go. Heaven. Yeah, it's a nice cabin. And as we turn the corner here, you see they're building a house down here. And this is pretty neat. It's neat to see one of these go up. Here's a cabin over here. I figure this line means they're not home and they don't want anybody to park in their driveway. I thought it was unique that they got this little area here where it keeps snow off the staircase. And this right here is a lot for sale. It's actually 3 lots, the fella says. Well, as you can see behind me here, this house is going up. It's another cabin, and the owner is down there, and he says that generally it takes about 15 months for these things to go up. And he started in May, and so he feels like he's a little bit ahead of the game. But it's going to be a terrific house. The building it with everything up here has to be built with twice the specifications as it is in Fort Worth. The installation, the framing itself is made of 2x6s instead of 2x4s. It's really unique. I feel like it's a privilege to get to see one of these go up. Most of these are already up. So I guess that's one lot, and then this will be the other lot over here. And this is a part of the State National Park. And so we're walking down here. There is a cabin down here I wanted to show you that I saw a few days ago. It's really neat. And it backs straight up to the creek. And it's got a really nice dock. I thought it was kind of interesting. That was the Foley's, the Foley family that has that cabin. Very nice people. They, in fact, care for the cabin that we're staying in. I'll show you another cabin up here that they were talking about that's one of the largest cabins. There you can see the cabin right back there that I showed earlier that they're building. Yeah, the Foleys told me that they just raised the roof on this because they had a roof leakage, and it's pretty big. It's pretty nice in the back. You can see it from the other street, and it's got a nice dock and deck, and of course right here you can see they've got a nice deck up here on top, staircase coming down. And they got a little private entrance. Yeah, I like that. They were working on it yesterday up at that top. I guess they're putting in the insulation and siding. This one here is a really nice little cabin. Well, I don't know how little it is, but it definitely looks like the log cabin type. Pretty nice. This is the one I said that I think they probably live here year round. I especially like, I gotta get this. I like their fire hydrant. It's pretty cool. That's unique. Too bad Fort Worth doesn't adopt something like that. Now that is a cool fire hydrant. I like that. I like the way they've got their little garden set up, their house. It looks very cozy. This one right here behind me is supposed to be the largest one of the cabins out here. Right here, this one. It's really nice. That one right there is the largest one. It seems to, that's a real log cabin too. 3-car garage, private drive. Looks like a woodshed in the back. And then it backs right up here to the river. Very picturesque. It's got a nice long drive. Doesn't get better than this. There's another one. It's unique. And so here we see the unique Red River flowing. This part here flows directly behind the house, and here's the other side of it over here that flows across there. And there's our cabin right there. Now this one right here is more of one of the modern cabins. In fact, I'm not sure if I'd call it a cabin at all. It's just a very modern house, which is directly across the street from the corporate cabin that we're in. Okay, so on with my story. So my wife noticed that Alexander didn't have a hat, and he was standing in formation. They were all waiting on the buses to get on board for Boy Scout camp, and he was going to be gone for about, I think he was going to be gone for about a week. And so she grabbed this off my head, and she said, take this and put it on Alexander's head. So I went over and I put it on Alexander, and I said, now take care of it, because it was an expensive hat, as baseball hats go, or caps go. And so then about a few days later, he calls me and he says, hey, Daddy, he says, do you mind if I get my hat branded, because all the other kids are getting them branded with a brand of the Worth Ranch that they went to for the Boy Scouts. And off the bat, I thought, well, sure. I thought, well, maybe they're going to put a sticker on it or something, or a hat pin. Well, it turns out they actually did brand it. Worth Ranch, W-R. When he brought it home, because they basically cooked it, they cooked it into the fabric and the plastic, and it was all peeling off. So I very carefully went into my shop and I glued down the fabric where it was supposed to, and then added some extra glue around the edges so that it would preserve it just as it was. Anyway, put my hat on and my traveling hat, and we'll go take a tour and see everything around here.
What was the funnest thing you done at camp today? I mean, this week?
The campfire.
Campfire?
Yeah, we're having it tomorrow night, and we had it on Monday.
Okay. Do you miss India?